well, I kept saying I wasn't going to remake this. I think I'm going to remake it. Look at that pitting after blasting. There's not a lot left. Only a couple of actual through holes, but looks like a sponge, doesn't it? So, welcome back to the Mk2 GT6 restoration, and you've seen what we're doing to start with. We're making this bit of Wheelarch, and then continuing with the rest of the repairs to the Wheelarch, or this as far as we can go till we start being able to fit things to the car, which requires a couple more panels to turn on. But anyway, let's go on with it. Okay, let's get this built. A bit annoying this because it came off mostly intact. Well, actually really intact. It's quite pitted. Let's get these edges flattened down. Kind of just able to use the knock on my gloves here to mark this out. It's quite handy. So I made the flange bit a bit over large because that's a bit small and wonky. Factory small and wonky, I think. Yeah, I'll get that shape cut out. I don't think it's going to be a great deal of... So I think what I can do is make that little bend. Make that little bend. That's very fine. Flatten them out on this corner piece. Form that curve. And then I should be able to tip this edge over with, I may need to put a little bit of a cut in there to be able to cope with that corner. But it should just be a case of tipping that over, probably with pliers or the vise. So yeah, I'll get on with it. That thing is called the throatless shear. And no, you don't need it. You can do all of this with an angle grinder, but this is just quite a nice tool. You know? That's it, no. there's those ready. I'll get them primed and then welded in. Save you from watching a lot of grinding. But it's in place now, and I think what I will look at now is this bit. Increasingly feeling like maybe I should have just had a new outer Wheelarch, but we're here now. So I think what I'm going to do is make a pattern, tape pattern probably, cut out a shape. I'm not so bothered about these sides, but I think what I want to do is make sure I get that edge correct, because obviously we're going to lose a lot of this lip probably earlier than I'd like. So obviously we're going to lose this lip and want to have that corner still in place. So I've never tried to do this with sellotape before, or masking tape rather. See how it goes. I believe the idea is, just like paper really. It's trying to catch this curved edge that I'm really interested in. Okay, so I think that's going to give us this curve. So I'll go and make something like this in steam. tacked in quite nicely. Maintain that curved edge. I can't really see, but you see what I'm doing. Cutting it in, pushing it down, tacking it, and then pulling out the inner section. So I'm going to keep going and get that fully in. Then I think I'm going to try and build up. And I think I'm going to try and build up this sort of section here, again without the return lip on, where the wing would actually, the outer wing would actually attach. And then that might be it for this wheel arch until we get some more panels. Right, so this didn't actually work all that well. I think it would have worked if I'd still had something solid on my fourth edge. But as it is, you can see we've got definite dip in there. So what I think I might need to do is run the structure along this edge. This is something that actually might be, you know, if I had a wheel, English wheel, that would be good for this, I think. But I don't have that. So I'm going to do a tiny stretch. I don't think it'll need much. And then try and finish it off with a hammer and bring that shape back out. First, I've got a box. This should be my bonnet tube and sort of spacer panel from Canley's. So the spacer panel thing goes like here. And this is what we're about to do. So, let's have a look. Go. Is yes, the right, correct side, right. Couple of spare ones of those. Oh, a load of bolts. This is what we're most interested in, is that comparison. So it looks like my newer one, or the old one, either kicks off to the left or the newer one kicks off to the right. I guess it's just going to have to keep an eye on how it all goes together. Okay, let's get on with that wheel arch. Okay, so I think I might have failed to press record. So let's see. I'll find that out later. So the problem was this wasn't really taking the shape. I think it would have worked if I'd have still had the edge in place, because that would have then forced the metal to kind of conform to what was there. So I've just been round, I've taken the stretcher rather, and stretched the edge a little bit, and then worked it with the hammer to kind of get back somewhere approximating the shape that was we're aiming at. So we've still got our curve. So I think I'm going to have to do now, I'm going to just grind this, and then rather than the edge of the bench, which I've just been using, come in with the dolly to try and even it up. And I'd like to see if I can make myself a bit of a sweep off the inside of the Spitfire wheel arch to check I get that shape somewhere right. Okay, so I've got this ground down, a bit awkward on the inside, but I managed something a bit better on the outside. And I've shaped it, so with this old bit bent back into more or less the shape it was to start with. We are following that same curve. And I've also sat it in the new wing. And looking like it's going to work okay there too. So I figured what I'm going to do here is, rather than try and put anything in now, I'm going to get the wing back on the car. Sorry, the wheel arch back on the car. Get it set up to be in the right place. And then probably start fixing the front in. Again, probably just with screws or clecos. So we've got, the wheel arch is going to be positionable. Then I'm not going to build any more of this bit until I've started building this lip, which will not be till I've got the outer wing, the new outer wing on, most likely, because there's not enough of anything. There's a lot of outer wheel arch there, but there's none of the lips. So yeah, I'll take some of this crap off the top of the bonnet and see if I can get this wheel arch in. Right, so I've got the wheel arch wiggled back in. I've used a drill bit to line up the holes where some spot welds have been drilled up before. Got that clamped. Same where I've got some remains of spot welds drilled out in there, and that lines the bonnet back up where it was, or where it lines up with the sill. I've just been playing around, got the D plate out, and I can't quite. I thought it wasn't going to fit in, but I think what I need to do really is start clearing out some of this mess in here, so I can actually put the D plate in place properly and check that fits to the wheel arch, and then I can be confident that these repairs are going to do, and that I haven't made the wheel arch a really funny shape. It doesn't look it. You can see my edge that I've just made, the last thing I've just done. It sits quite evenly away from the edge of the arch. Anyway, I think that means what I should do is I should put some clecos in these places, so I've got my alignment holes, so I can put the wheel arch back in its original position, which is where it is. I'll then get the bonnet taken off and start to look in that quarter. But while I'm going to continue to do this now, I'm going to end this video because I've kind of done the wheel arch repair up to the point where it can be done. So the next thing is going to be, the next step, I should take the bonnet off and start cleaning up the D plate and reinforcement sort of sections, and then that starts to get this side of the bonnet into position where it's got structure again, which is going to be nice. So what remains is to say thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. If you're not subscribed and you've got to this point, please consider doing so, and I will see you next time.